Namaste, guys. It's your girl Shay at Miss Universe Soul. So I wanted to come today and make another video um, about alignment and how to realize when you are in alignment with um, your highest self, your your most authentic self, your most authentic self. Um, so yeah, that's what we're gonna discuss today. Um, what brought about this discussion for me today was I was just sitting down doing a little bit of work, and I just really realized that I am at a very, very, very blissful place in my life. And that made me think, like, yo, I must be in alignment with who I truly am, because I just have so much peace and love in my life right now. And when I say peace, I don't mean that things aren't happening in my external world. Trials and tribulations aren't occurring. Uh, Differences with people that I love are not happening. This is not what I mean, because all of that is definitely going on, but all of that is external. And I realized despite all of my external situations, internally, I am just at peace. I mean, like, when I say at peace, I'm not saying, oh, I'm just happy all the time. What I mean is, like, I'm totally at peace with who I am, with this version of myself in life. I'm no longer second guessing the way I feel. I'm not neglecting myself. My self-love regimen is intact. I'm I'm walking full-fledged in my power and knowing, that all is well with me and in my universe, and that, how I feel, what I know, the things I want are my truths. And I don't have to war with anyone, not even myself anymore, about what is right for me, because I've 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 realized that. I've realized that. And because I'm in such an attuned place with myself, man, I have so much peace in my life right now. It is ridiculous. Things are happening and they are not shaking my core. Like, at this point, it's either everything is love or it's just irrelevant. But with the utmost respect. If that makes any sense. So I say a lot of stuff about alignment and you know how things are aligning perfectly for you, and um if you don't feel you're in perfect alignment, then the path that you're on is going to lead you there. And I wholeheartedly mean that. And that is because daily, the decisions you make, the things that you decide to give energy to, the thoughts that you put energy behind, they are shaping your universe. So if you are actually doing your work, you are loving yourself, you are loving others, and you are loving the collective as a whole, you are honoring your wishes, you are facing your shadow shit head on and healing and releasing this stagnant, low vibrational energies, shit is aligning. You may not know. And I'm not saying aligning like you finna hit the lottery. I'm saying aligning to the point where, baby, you gonna have pure peace. You are going to have peace surpassed. Once you start dealing with that shit that is not serving you, is not of your highest good, you are aligning. When you start, you know, working through your emotions as they come, as opposed to holding on to them, you are aligning. Like, and it's an awesome thing, yo. Don't get it twisted. It's not easy. And it's not even fun all the time. Because facing that shit that's had you stuck vibrationally for so long can be so hard. If it wasn't, you would have been dealt with it, right? So that is hard. That is hard to look at the demons within. It's hard to journey into your shadow side and not judge yourself. Because at this point, when you are trying to heal and get yourself in alignment with your highest self so that you can receive the things that are for you, you are only battling with yourself at this time. At your subconscious, your shadow. You know, so when you're doing this, it's hard. It's hard to realize that things that you do are self-sabotaging and you're doing it to yourself. It's hard to realize that you've been the one fucking your life up, or you've been the one holding yourself in a certain place because of the things you refuse to face and heal and release. It's easy to point the finger at other people. It's always hard when we look in the mirror. But if you ever want to be in total peace and truly align with your highest self, you got to do it. You have to do it. Nobody can do it for you. I tell you what though, baby, like once you get in the habit of doing it, it becomes so much easier. It becomes second nature almost. Fuck second nature. It becomes first nature for you to look at yourself and evaluate who you are and adjust and tweak those settings to fit what, who, where, how you feel within your heart and soul you are authentically supposed to be. Like, so at first it's hard as shit. But, you know what they say, if it's easy, is it even worth it? But I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth it. You will gain your soul back. 'Cause right now, if you're still harboring feelings of guilt or shame or, you know, pain from childhood abuse or resentment to a spouse for a abusive marriage, your soul is being held hostage by these energies, these low vibing, negative, dense, heavy, thick ass energies, and it's suffocating. Believe me, I know. I've lived like that for so long. But once you get that shit released, oh my God, the way you breathe, it's so good. I'm telling you, it feels so good to wake up every day and literally not give a fuck about what anybody thinks, says, views, perceives. None of that. Because I'm to a point where I know who I am. And I love that shit. I love the fact that I'm assertive. You know what I mean? I love the fact that I'm nurturing. I love the fact that my heart is big and I love others unconditionally. You see what I'm saying? When you living in the shadow shit, you tend to allow yourself to be shrunken or even hidden because you don't want to step on nobody's toes because you too bright, you too loud, you too strong. No. All that is done when you are in total alignment. When you are in perfect alignment with yourself, all that is over with. Like, I love it. I love it. When I'm out, The things that I do are because I want to do them. And I could care less how anybody else feels about it. And it's not coming from a point of arrogance or fuck other people. It's coming from a point of knowingness and confidence and just, you know, having that complete utter faith, knowing in myself that all is well, that the things that I want I can get because I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm smart. And I'm not strong, powerful, and smart because society dictates I be that way. I just am. I just am. But I'm also so many other things. I love that about myself. For many years, I lived to shrink myself to fit into the mold of what others felt I should be, or the mold of what I was raised to be. But looking back, I never was really happy. I was never really happy being what others wanted me to be, looking the way others wanted me to be, loving the way others wanted me to love. I was never really happy. So being in alignment is like freedom too. It's just like freedom. Freedom. Like right now my soul is free to live out its heart's desire because I no longer fear any of the things that I used to fear. I don't fear the criticism. I don't fear the hate. I don't fear the jealousy. I don't fear the mold they trying to make me be. I don't fear the ceiling they try to put over my head. Like, I'm not fearing any of that. I have total freedom of self-expression because I am in total peace, because I am totally aligned with who my soul is. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm no longer creating attachments to people out of the need to have somebody. Why? Because I realized that the only person I truly need is me. And again, none of this is out of arrogance or vanity. It's just my truth. So these attachments that I used to have to people are gone. Don't get it wrong. I still love people. Wow. I still love. But I realized that love does not mean possession. Love does not mean we have to be together. In no capacity. I can still love you from this position here and not be shooken to the core because you want to go. Because I understand now that life, what we're calling it, is just a spiritual journey, and everybody has to walk their own. Sometimes you're blessed to be able to walk with dope people for a great amount of time. Sometimes you're blessed to walk with dope people for a short amount of time. Sometimes shitty people. You know what I mean? Either way, you are walking your individual journey as well as theirs. And you have to give people the respect to decline to be a part of your journey if that is what they choose. Instead of being upset and angry or crying and begging for them to stay or feeling like I can't go on without them, I will send them on with peace and love. Well wishes. And that is again because I know that at the end of the day, all I really need is me. All I need is me. And attachments cause so much pain. And when it doesn't have to even be that way. You know? So, I mean, I would just encourage every one of you guys to like figure out what it is you need to do to declutter, to find. I'm not gonna say find, because I said this too. Even when you're not in total alignment, you're on the path to alignment, and that may include the crumbling and breaking down of things. It has to be that way though, because as humans, you know, as people, we got this thing up here called our brain. And instead of letting our heart guide us, we switch because we're programmed that way. And we'll try to let our brain guide us. And so when the universe is giving us signs and chances to do things that we need to do that are best for our highest self, instead of doing those things, we try to take control with this and figure it out on our own. And so the universe is then forced to knock this shit down. It's gonna knock it down. Because once it's knocked down, you ain't got no choice but to look at this shit. Look at this shit. Now what you gonna do? You're forced to rebuild. So now either you're gonna rebuild on the same fucked up, crummy as foundation that is not really solid, because it's not really of your truest, highest self. It's not of your soul. Or you're going to rebuild from your heart center. Rebuild, when I say rebuild, I mean your life. You're going to rebuild your life from your heart. Rebuild on the basis of, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about living in Buckhead versus what do I think about living in Buckhead? Because I could say these things. I think living in Buckhead would be convenient if I worked in the city. My job would be around the corner and blah, blah, blah. But my heart would say, I feel like living in Buckhead would be too loud, too busy, too congested. You see the difference? My brain just gave me some logical reasons why. My heart just gave me soul-centered, feeling, answers to my question. And because my soul is centered on doing the best for me, my heart-based answers are what I'm gonna go for. Because I could move to Buckhead because it's closer to my job and it's this, that, and the third. But if I'm gonna be irritated because it's loud and there's non-stop traffic, and every time I open my door, people are walking back and forth, what is my point? How am I serving my soul? I'm not. I'm never going to find peace making all my life decisions based off logic. Excuse me, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Take your brain with you. But as a backup. No longer the days of letting your brain be your master. No, it is here to serve you. After you check in with your heart, your soul, then you ask your brain, your logical self, what do you think? You know? So, like I was saying, when I say rebuild, I'm meaning your life. Rebuild your life on a solid foundation, one that is based on your truths, not the truths that your parents instilled in you raising you, not the truths that society has placed upon us in Western civilization, not the truths that your friends say, the truths of your heart's desires, the things that generally bring you peace and joy and happiness. Rebuild your life on that. Once you rebuild your life on that, you will then start to become so aligned with your higher self, and the things and the people and the places will just gravitate to you like moth to a flame. And that's just because that energy you're going to start putting out, because you're gonna naturally begin to brighten. You will begin to what is the word I want to use? Illuminate. And that's from the inside out. That illumination will then be seen by your soul family, one. So people that are high vibrational, positive, loving, they're gonna see that shit. Jobs will see it. Relationships, everything. You will begin to illuminate, and you will attract all the good stuff that your soul loves. You will start to attract that. But you can never truly have that externally if you don't have it internally first. Now, I know you're probably thinking like, oh, there's people out here that, you know, they got all the bitches, they got all the money, they live in fly, like, but let's check in with their soul. Let's see how they really living. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people that aren't, you know, spiritually aligned and, you know, still living their best life, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about people who have been indoctrinated with the thought that they're supposed to chase money. These people will never, ever have sheer peace, because you can live your whole life chasing money if that's all you're chasing. I mean, you'll be chasing forever. Money is a tool. Just like I said, these people, these things, all this stuff will be attracted to you. So will money. So will money. You're never supposed to chase money. Money is a tool that is used for energy exchange. That's all. So chasing money is a never-ending cycle. These people will never, they're not happy because they always feel like they got to go for the next dollar, the next dollar. They got to do this, they got to do that. And half the time they doing shit that's no good for their self, for their highest being, you know. So they don't have no true peace. I'm talking about people who are out here really doing their work. People that are really, really looking for true inner peace. Let me tell you something. Once I had a significant spiritual awakening, I made my life as simple as possible. I made my life as simple as possible. I realized, like, I'm out here working 50, 60 hours a week, chasing a check. And I'm miserable, first of all. Let me put that out there. And then secondly, I'm not living in my purpose, because shit, I don't have no time for my purpose, because I'm up here helping somebody else live theirs. I'm missing out on my children's life. And anybody that knows me know that if I'm nothing else, I'm a mother first. I'm not being able to enjoy any of this money. Like, what the fuck am I doing this for? What is my point? I started waking up with bags under my eyes. I wasn't getting enough sleep. Like, so it was detrimental to my emotional health, my relationships with the people that I cared about, my physical fucking health, because I was starting to look beat the fuck up. Y'all excuse my language, but you know, I realized, yo, that's not even what I want. That's not even what makes me happy. Money to me, I just need enough to solve my problems. That's it. Not even enough to solve my problems. I just need enough to keep a roof over my head, you know? Like, I don't have to have the most money. I've been in situations, I've had money. And I was miserable. So I know that money can't bring me the happiness, peace, and joy I seek. So I don't have to have that. You know? So I left that. And I began to do things that made me happy. That gave me peace. That were in alignment with who I was, who I am. And although since then, you know, my finances haven't been that great because I'm still trying to work that out. But I've had peace. I've had peace. I've had time to walk and work in my purpose. I have time for my children. I got time for my salt baths. I got time, you know, to go to gym shows, to get things like this. You know, like I'm at so much great peace right now. And I know it's because I'm finally aligned. Or I'm aligning, because I'm still a work in progress. And so I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about that real quick, because for some reason it was, you know, it just came to me. Because I was literally sitting there like in a state of nirvana. Like, wow. Wow. You know? And as we speak, the things that I need, the people that are for me, the places, the jobs, everything that I need is being attracted to me. And it's simply because I am me. I am here. I am who I am. And I am just that way. You know, I'm just being me. I'm in alignment with my soul, my actions, my words, everything. And the people, the things, the places that are vibrating on the same wavelength that I'm vibrating on are seeing it, they are attracted to it, and they are drawing themselves to me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Because I was scared as shit. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of sounding crazy. Afraid of being alone. But I now realize that I'm never alone if I am truly me. Because I am funny. I'm smart. I'm fun. I'm witty. I'm honest. I'm strong. I'm loving. I'm everything I fucking need. And I'm knowing this now because I'm finally in alignment with who I am. You guys get out there, get in there, figure it out. Heal. Do your work. Peace be unto you. Namaste.